So I made a couple videos talking about how bad Wyoming sucks and why you should not move here. Apparently, I didn't do a good job at communicating because some of y'all are still moving here. I have met so many people in the last month that are just so excited to be here. It is such a beautiful place. It's just wonderful. Oh, for crying out loud, go back and watch my other videos. Think twice. Since you are determined to suffer, I'm going to reiterate a few things and maybe add a few things. This is the series that I am calling Welcome to Wyoming. This is crap you probably should know since you like suffering and misery and wind, apparently. Enjoy. So I just violated one of the cardinal rules for living in the state. I said the W word. Please forgive me. They need to know, since they're coming here. Please give me this one as a freebie. I'm not going to do it again, at least in this series, okay? Don't say the W word. If you say it, it will appear. No joke. All of us have experienced it. We've all been, oh, it's nice out. There's none of that W word. And we actually say, it appears. If you're dumb enough to say it, expect to get chastised. Just man up and take it. So, winter is almost here. Literally, it's peeking its head around the corner. We're in the middle of October right now. Like, cold as hell. And it's going to get a lot worse. Because of that W word, it snows this way, not that way. Make sure you dress for it, or you're going to suffer. Or die. You got to plan for that too. Also, because of that W word, you will see that our highway signs say closed to high-profile vehicles, below over risk. Take those seriously. Those trucks that you see laying on their side are not taking naps. Those are idiots who went past the sign and thought, oh, I weigh enough, I'll be okay. Seriously, I have, 15 plus years in trucking. I don't know how many people I've seen blow by those and ruin their career. Take it seriously. Even pickup trucks I've seen get blown over. It ain't no joke. So, being that winter is right around the corner and you're determined to stick it out, you need to be prepared to deal with 9 months of loneliness, cold, blowing, frigid misery, and pain. Lots of pain. It is going to become a dear friend to you. Just embrace it, because you can't fight it. Because of where we live and our elevation, we go from winter to summer in an instant. I've seen it go from 20 degrees to 80 degrees in 2 weeks. And at the end of summer, it does that too. You will go from 90, 95 degrees to 6 inches of snow and 20 degrees in 2-3 days sometimes. Like someone just flips a switch. You get zero time to adjust, zero time to adapt. Sounds fun, doesn't it? It's great. The people here, most of them are pretty nice, but every now and then you're going to find one that is just as feral as the animals here. I wonder if that has anything to do with that we were the meth use capital of the U.S. for years. Yeah, probably. On the note of drug usage, I flippin' hate saying this one, Casper is known as the home to a guy who offered to pay for a prostitute with a McDonald's quarter pounder with cheese and fries. At least he was classy enough to offer her fries. He's probably too cheap to go for a Coke, though. Well, none of that scared you away. Here's some stuff that's actually kind of interesting about the state. Did you know that the state of Wyoming had the first lighted football game in the U.S.? 1925. November of 1925. Illinois claims to be the first, but we beat them by 3 years. about that? Also, that was right outside of Casper. That was in Midwest Wyoming. Kind of a cool little fact. The state of Wyoming has had 28 reported Bigfoot sightings. 28. That's flipping weird. And a couple of them were from like wildlife biologists, like serious people. People that you should be able to trust. That's strange. Also, it was all centralized to one part of the state. I'll let you guys do your own research and reading on that one, but flipping interesting. So you guys remember J.C. Penney's, right? Like, there's not a whole lot of them out there, but when we were kids, they were all over the place. Hated going there. My mom would drag me there and spend hours and hours shopping. She'd get one thing. A week later, she'd end up taking it back. I know all of you had the same thing happen to you. Well, it got its start here in Wyoming, in a little town called Kemmerer. Kemerrer, I think. Man, we have some weird names in this state. Did you know that Amelia Earhart has a connection to Wyoming? Yep. She was building a cabin just outside of a little town called Meeteetse. Meeteetse. Took me forever to spell that right. It was like 4 tries on this video. You can actually go there. You can check out the foundations of her cabin. They're still there. Kind of cool. If you keep going north out of Meeteetse, you're going to hit Cody. And right outside of Cody is the Smith Mansion. This thing. So if you go out of Cody and jump over the mountains, you're going to go right into Jackson. Now, there's a town of Jackson which sits in Jackson Hole. Don't mistake the two. We only have 2 escalators in this state. That's it. 2. Man, when I was down in Lincoln, Nebraska, I went to Shields, and there was an escalator in there, and I went to another store, and there's an escalator there, and they're like a mile apart. There's 2 in the entire state. There's actually a tour that you can do where you hit one, and you drive for hours and hit the other. It's a thing. If you live here long enough, eventually you are going to plaster an antelope. Technically, they're called pronghorns. We call them antelopes. Now, they are the second fastest land animal in the world. They can run over 60 miles an hour. Actually got to watch a coyote try to chase some down. The antelope were just trotting away, and that coyote was giving everything he had to catch up to them. It was comical to watch. He didn't stand a chance. It was good. For the final thing on this list is a law that is just bizarre. It is illegal to photograph rabbits between the months of January and April. I have no idea where this law came from or why it's in place. Can you imagine getting a ticket for that? Like, try explaining that one to someone. Strange. Well, I guess if all this stuff chases you away, Wyoming doesn't suck. You just ain't built for this place. Have a good one, everybody.